This broadcast is presented by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? Visit gocurrency.com. And by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com.
And welcome to Crete, Nebraska, Thursday night basketball on News Channel Nebraska, and it's a Class C1 versus B showdown as the Wahoo Warriors come to town to take on the 10th ranked Crete Cardinals. Brandon Axelman, Andy Klassen with you, Josh Lill patrolling the sidelines as we're ready for a great doubleheader. Andy, first on the docket, the girls. You look at Crete, they're sitting at 11-7. Wahoo 9-7. Both of these teams looking to play their best basketball with district play just around the corner. What can we expect tonight?
Two solid programs that really mirror one another. They both like to press, man-to-man defense, and they like to push the tempo offensively. It's going to be strength versus strength here tonight.
Interesting when you look at this Crete team, year two under head coach Britt Ehlers, and he's saying the team's starting to really gel and understand the concepts that he was installing last year. They're winning a lot more of those games that they maybe would have dropped a season ago. When you look at Wahoo, 7 losses on the season, but talking to Coach Forbes, he feels great about 6 of those losses, all against teams in the top 5 in either B or C. Only one game really got away from them, so they are much better than perhaps their record indicates.
You know, we mentioned how they mirror one another. Both teams can talk about the chemistry that they've been able to grow from last year to this year. Crete, I think you can really point to the defensive side of the ball. They've really grown on that side of the court.
Let's talk key players. First off, for the Cardinals, this is a name you'll know if you're a Crete fan, Marin Razgorshek. She is a senior now. She is the big presence in the paint, Andy, nearly averaging a double-double with 12 and 8 a contest.
Well, this is what Coach Ehlers was talking about right off the bat, was how she's really grown, evolved her game defensively. She's always had a presence inside, a scoring monster, nightmare, matchup monster for the opposition. This year, she just had like 8 blocks a couple nights ago against Seward. Seward wants to forget that. You can bet the Crete fans haven't, and Wahoo better be in tune to it.
Going with the senior as well for the Warriors, Sydney Smart. She's a stat stuffer. 12 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals a game. She is an energizer bunny that really makes this Wahoo team go.
She really is, and she's only 5'4", so she's getting it done much differently than Razorchak, who's a tall post presence, sharp shooter, just a defensive nuisance all over the court. She's always guarding the best players' opposition as far as their point guard. She's a lot of fun to watch. You said the Energizer Bunny. That's a great way to put it.
Looking forward to a good one. Crete hosting Wahoo on News Channel Nebraska. Stay with us. More pregame when we return.
The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more, The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we. Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
It's pretty hard to find quicker service, nicer people, or anyone who cares more when filling your prescriptions in Kin's Pharmacy in Crete. After all, the drive-thru makes your wait time minimal, and Kin and Carrie are reliable pharmacists. It's so much more. Helpful advice, accurate refills, and a large selection of over-the-counter products. So don't just take my word for it. Try Kin's Pharmacy for yourself, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside, or with mail-out service, because Kin's You Save Health Mart Pharmacy to care for you. Kin's Pharmacy in Crete, caring for you and about you.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Welcome back. We are 3.5 minutes to tip. It's a perfect time to take a look at our school spotlight, which is brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com. First off, with the 10th ranked Crete Cardinals, population just over 7,000 in Saline County here in southeast Nebraska. They're the Cardinals, and Andy, success recently for this program.
Yes.
Champions in 2020. They were also runners-up prior to in 2019. A second championship came earlier in 81 as well. So they are fresh off a championship a couple years ago and trying to get back to that caliber here this season.
Well, they're not too far off, and this is a fantastic community and environment, and I've already heard from a number of people from Wahoo. Just speaking of the environment here in this gymnasium, it really is something special.
Speaking of Wahoo, you just take highway out towards Wahoo near Fremont. That's the halfway point between Lincoln and that town. They're a population of nearly 5,000 in Saunders County. Enrollment at 256, and just like the Cardinals, they have two runners-up, no state titles, but the runners-up were in 2010 and 2011. Also two third-place finishes in 2013 and 2019.
Yeah, but still a tradition of success. They're always one of the top-notch teams in their conference, whether it's C1, C2, or sometimes I think they've even made B before a few years ago. But Wahoo High School, they're kind of known to just be that standard, whether it's women's basketball, men's football, volleyball. They're always right there and very competitive.
We are 90 seconds away from tip. Starters are just around the corner, and high school basketball is about to tip off here on News Channel Nebraska. We'll be back. At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
Welcome back. Wahoo starters being announced. Those are Sydney Smart, we highlighted her, leading the way with 12 points at contest. Galladay, Seagren, Lausterer, and Hitz round out this starting five for the Warriors. 3 seniors in that starting lineup. Lausterer not far behind Smart, averaging 9 and 5 a contest for the Warriors.
Yeah, Lauster and Hitz giving some length at 5'8 and 5'9 respectively, and they're going to need that here tonight because Crete really likes to pound the ball inside.
All seniors getting the start for the Cardinals for senior night.
That's pretty cool.
Ainsley Coons being one of them. Then you have the Holen twins, Amelia and Anna, transfers from Lincoln Christian. They're starting alongside Lauren Molly and Marin Razgershek. We said Razgershek's averaging 12. The Holen twins, Amelia averaging 11, Anna averaging 10 a game as well. So 3 Crete Cardinals putting up double-digit points on a regular basis.
Yeah, pretty cool that we get to be here tonight on senior night in Crete, where they're a senior-laden team. So many captains and leaders out on the court. You know, it's just one of those environments that just adds a little something to it, Brandon.
Glad that you're with us. Thursday night basketball on News Channel Nebraska, number 10 Crete, hosting Wahoo. We are underway here on NCN. So you have Holen passing it off now to Anna. Anna driving in, may have been partially blocked there. We talked about Smart being a stat stuffer. There you see her defensive prowess.
And pushing the tempo too. That was a really nice pass getting that ball up court.
Yeah, Razgershek keeping Seagren out of the paint. Another kick out, this time to Hitz. Wahoo swinging it and working it around the perimeter here early. And that take is heavy from Seagren.
Razgerchek knew she couldn't get by the screen, so she met her at the rim. Excellent defensive play there, being disciplined.
And there's Razgerchek. It goes for her.
Such a smooth move, spinning back into the middle of the lane, that little baby hook. It's almost undefendable.
Smart coming down on the other side. Doesn't go for her.
Uh-oh.
Heads up defense there by Galladay to win it back for the Warriors.
So opportunistic, this Wahoo defense. And that's one thing that the coaching staff from Crete, you know, Brett Ehlers was talking to us about. Too many turnovers as of late for the Lady Cardinals.
So you'll see some three-quarters court pressure here from Wahoo. They decide to back off. 2-0 here as we're just over 90 seconds in. Solid rebound by Smart. And again, the senior pushes tempo for Wahoo. And Seagren's left wide open. She's telling Crete, you better not do that or I'll make you pay.
The 6-foot junior is guarding Razgerchek on the other end as Wahoo causes another turnover.
And there is a basket for Smart off of that turnover.
Beautiful feed there. Bounce pass to Seagren up court for the easy 2. Uh-oh.
And over and back is the call. Galladay with the tough defense, forcing the air for Crete.
I mean, that's 3 turnovers. Bang, 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 right in a row for the Crete Cardinals. They need to settle down and take care of the basketball. All that being said, they're still only down 1 possession, only down 3.
This first quarter is brought to you by John Henry's. Our family serving yours. John Henry's our first quarter sponsor as we're 2.5 in. Wahoo on a quick little 5-0 run, looking to add to it. This time the 3 doesn't drop for Seagren.
Holen might be the shortest player on the court, but got in good position there and skied up for that rebound. Nice pass.
A rare miss from Razgorchek. She does get the rebound and will head to the line to shoot 2.
Almost felt like Razgorchek was kind of padding her stats there, going for that easy offensive rebound and put back. Got tied up a little bit. Found herself to the foul line.
Mentioned the fact she's averaging 12 and 8 on this season. Feel like she's been playing forever.
I
She
know.
is in fact a senior. This is her last year, but she's been a vital part of this Crete team for several years now.
She really has been. You know, we've had the honor of getting to cover the Crete Cardinals over the seasons, and of course Marian Razgorchek has been a huge part of what they were and what they've been able to build, and obviously what they are this season.
Gloucester,
Nice
excellent pass. Hits, just doesn't get it to drop. Here comes Crete. Nice pass in traffic, and Amelia Holen gets it to drop.
Did you see that chemistry there between those two players? It's like they've played ball with one another before.
Twins, perhaps? Is that what you're getting at?
I think so.
They have that sister chemistry again, Amelia and Anna Holen. As there's an answer by the Warriors.
Hitz did a fantastic job not bringing that foot down, taking that extra half step that would have been a travel, was able to keep her balance, but just enough touch on it to go off the window.
Officials say this is tipped, or was tipped, so it's going to stay with Crete. Just at the halfway point here.
Tonight's officials, Aaron Duker, Andrew Fitzke, and Jake Dillsaver. We've had these guys a number of times over the course of this season. Really good crew.
Razgorchek again getting her own rebound. Tried to throw it off a Warrior. She ends up getting an assist.
Drager's like, I'll take that, thank you.
Camry Drager, her first bucket.
Razgorchek already with 4 rebounds. Brandon, 2 or 3 of them have been offensive boards at that.
That will send Segrin to the charity stripe.
I think you gotta like the pace that the Lady Warriors are playing with right now. Always in attack mode, but they're under control, Brandon. They're not forcing it. They're taking the crease when it's there. They're making the extra pass when they have to. You gotta like that offensive rhythm that they're in early on here as we're all knotted up at 8-all.
Segrin goes 1 of 2.
It's over.
Have a foul. Anna Holen will now shoot 2.
You know, a couple wayward passes here, but Crete was able to get away with it. When they're always pressing, pushing the tempo like that, and this is something that Coach Britt Ehler has talked about. Look, we're going to have some turnovers just at this frantic pace that we like to play through. So some of these turnovers, you know, they are to be expected. That time, fortunate, they were able to track down a couple passes.
This broadcast is made possible in part thanks to Zollner Ford Lincoln, located in Beatrice. Tough defense by Crete. Smart finds the open player. Doesn't go for hits. And now Crete will try to break.
Oh, what a nice recovery, defensive play. Hintz once again getting back.
So timeout taken. Wahoo will call it. 30 seconds. We'll take a quick break. It's 9-8 Crete here on News Channel Nebraska. 2:45 left here in the first quarter. Crete leading 9-8. That's your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15. And fill up at your nearest A stop today. Brandon Axement, Andy Klassen, and Josh Lill with you for all of the action from Crete here tonight on senior night.
Really tight on-ball pressure here from the Crete Lady Cardinals.
Nice block. Active hands there from Trinity McMillan. Layup goes for Drager.
Drager did a fantastic job regaining her balance there, taking that extra step and dribble at the rim.
And a turnover forced by Crete.
Oh, right idea. Segrin got position, got behind her man. Entry pass just a little too high. And I've been there as a point guard. You're thinking, well, that center, she's 6 foot or he's 6'4". You can't overpass him. Yes, you can.
And this will stay here.
Like the no call there, it looked like Gretchen Segrin got all ball there as Razgorchek squared up to the rim and was going up for another deuce.
Now there's the double team. That means someone's open. Drager called for the travel.
Yeah, fantastic job converging on Razgorchek, but then recovering back underneath on Drager. Very active defensive performance thus far from the Lady Warriors.
And carry is the call.
Dead ball is going to allow for Wahoo, though, to set up in their full court pressure here, something they really like to do.
The corner three falls for Molly.
Molly was looking at the whole time, trying to leak out to the corner, got to her spot, excellent feed. That little penetration, Brandon, off the dribble was just enough.
1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. Crete with a 6-point advantage. Molly will be called for the push.
But that's okay. She committed the foul before Lauster was able to square up and go for her shot. I think that's a foul you can live with if you're a Crete fan. "18-second difference between shot clock and game clock here. Wahoo's going to have to take an attempt.
It's a long ball and it falls. The second triple for Wahoo, the first for Lauster.
That's a pretty good take, I'll tell you what.
Now about a 4-second difference between shot and game clock. Off the front of the iron. Wahoo, they're gonna break here. 16 seconds. Layup doesn't go, board for Drager.
Just love this, how neither team is trying to run out the clock here. They're both in attack mode the whole way.
5 seconds. And that will send us to the second quarter. Action-packed opening 8 minutes. Crete leads 14-11 here on News Channel Nebraska. Stay with us.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Ken's Use Safe Pharmacy in Crete. By Crete Public Schools, home of the Cardinals. And by Crete Lumber.
Welcome back to the broadcast. And throughout the first quarter, I heard Wahoo's head coach Sean Forbes pleading to his team, you need to rebound the ball. Currently, Crete has 3 offensive rebounds and 4 second chance points. A main part of that has come at the hands of Marin Ragzershak. They got to put a stop to her in order to have a chance to win this one. They're only down 3. Can they stop Crete from getting to the boards? Brandon and Andy, back to you guys.
Thank you, Josh. And I mean, that's spot on. If you're giving up rebounds, particularly those offensive rebounds, it's not necessarily a recipe to success. Excellent work there from Josh as it's 14-11 and the second quarter begins.
Some really good stuff there from Josh. And I mean, he's spot on with that assessment from this coaching staff of Wahoo. You cannot allow for those offensive rebounds. That's a backbreaker. Your defense stands tall, makes the stop. You got to finish the deal and reel in that board. As we say that, Wahoo gets an offensive rebound of their own.
So Coach Forbes' words already having an impact on his team as that 3 short, nearly a second offensive board, but Ragzershak does rip it away.
I like this zone defense that Crete's been sliding into here and there. I feel like it's kind of confusing this Wahoo offense just a little bit. It's not allowing them to get in that rhythm or continue that rhythm that they started the game off with so hot.
And we have a foul against Crete.
McMillan getting a little too physical, a little too handsy for the officials' liking there. Mentioned it earlier, Crete, when they do get in that man-to-man, they are not afraid to extend it out well beyond the three-point line. 4 defenders right now, Brandon, outside that three-point line.
Getting a look there at second-year head coach Britt Ehlers. As we are in the second quarter, which is brought to you by O Street Carpet. Be sure to check out Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet, located near 17th and O in Lincoln.
Coach Ehlers, she kind of picked a tough follow-up act, didn't she?
Yeah, Ehlers, he mentioned the fact that had to replace John Larson, who he used the word legend, and that's not inaccurate.
Not at all.
Tough defense by Crete, and it's a shot clock violation.
And that's why you extend that man-to-man defense out beyond the three-point line. You don't allow the guards to just kind of navigate freely and maneuver and get the ball to their spots. Everything comes a little bit more difficult when Crete goes to that man-to-man defense.
So we're scoreless here in the second quarter as we are now 2 minutes in. Jump ball, we'll keep it with Crete.
Still a lot of action, though. You know.
Up and down, both these teams liking to push the ball. Tough defense. 3 on the way, it's short. Rebound grabbed by Segrin. And it's Crete ball.
That was a fantastic job that time by Ragzershak, not bringing her arms down, not closing in on the defender, not too much contact, just playing it straight up and forcing a wayward shot.
Hits, jumps the pass, and takes it all the way to the rack.
The 5'9" senior looked like a defensive back there, jumping in front of the passing lane, as you mentioned, taking it all the way to the rack for the finish.
A reminder that high school sports on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Liberty First Credit Union, as Hits with another steal, and this time gets the assist to Smart. Crete calls a timeout.
That's a good timeout because the defensive back made an interception once again. Beautiful pass up the court. Good timeout for Crete because Wahoo was getting in quite the rhythm.
We'll take a timeout as well. 15-14 Wahoo.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
So a quick 4-0 run for Wahoo forces a timeout for Crete. Coming out of the timeout, Amelia Holen buries the three.
I'll tell you what, erases a couple of mistakes. A true three ball on the other end. Nice offensive play coming out of that break.
And Hits. Shuffled her feet.
Yeah, and she knew she did a classy move there, agreeing with the official and handing the ball off to the Stripes and not putting up an argument, palms up, all that kind of stuff.
Well, be sure to stay tuned for our halftime show, which is brought to you by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health is their top priority. And Crete gives the ball right back.
That's where Holen just has to watch that ball into her hands. Another football reference, but you see a receiver drop an easy pass. It's because they take their eyes off the ball. I think that might have happened to Amelia Holen there in the corner.
There's the half-court trap. Smart gets away from it. Corner three, long. And we have a foul that will send Tegan Watts to the free throw line.
Watts doing a really good job getting herself in position for that offensive rebound and went right back up to the rim collecting that foul.
A reminder to stay tuned at halftime. We will go over our halftime highlights. Brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. Watts goes 1 for 2. Jump ball, this time it'll be Wahoo.
My goodness, you just have to admire the tenacity that the Wahoo Lady Warriors play there, operate their defense with.
And double dribble, the call against Wahoo.
Yeah, late whistle, but it was the right whistle. Just kind of got caught there. Smart wanted to pass the ball to a player that had her foot out of bounds, thought better of it, but then that caused the double dribble. Danged if you do, danged if you don't.
And again, we're seeing numerous turnovers, but it's not because of the lack of offensive skill. It's because of the intensity that both of these teams are playing with on defense.
Yeah, you know, when you interviewed the coaching staffs earlier this week, they both pointed to strengths of their team. Oh, our man-to-man defense. And you're seeing that firsthand here tonight.
High school basketball on NCN's presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. 3:45 remaining here in the half. It's a 1-point game. Looks like Crete was on the sideline. And let's go down to Josh, the third member of our team, who has more.
Yeah, so right now for Crete, they've had consecutive turnovers that have led to points. They've forced those, but since then, they've forced 2 turnovers as well and have committed 3 turnovers. So a little bit of inconsistent play. Can they get it together as a whole unit? It's something to keep an eye on. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Josh, and he'll be talking to both coaches at halftime to get that insight on exactly what these teams will plan to do and adjust at the break. But it's been a back-and-forth affair, 1 point separating the two.
Really has been. Chris thought she had a kind of a lane there to the rim, but you saw that defense close in on her, poke that ball away before she could go up for a clean layup. And Chris returns the favor on the other end, takes the ball away at the rim.
Kicked back out to Holin.
So what you're seeing right now, Brandon, is Wahoo getting into a little zone. That was a 2-3 there. Totally kind of caught the Lady Cardinals off guard there. Didn't know how to attack, didn't know how to penetrate. Passed the ball right into basically a double team. Easy takeaway. Another turnover for Wahoo.
And it's a travel on the other end. 3 Cardinals re-enter the game, as well as 2 Warriors. 2:11 to go before halftime.
Well, it's just almost unfair, you know, how both these teams, how versatile they are defensively. Just seamlessly moving from man-to-man to a zone. Never allows for an offense to really get comfortable, get into any kind of a rhythm.
You mentioned the bodies as well. For Crete specifically, they like to rotate a lot and go all out. Coach Ehler said, we did it last year, but we weren't as deep. We have more players that can be a part of that rotation this season, which only is a good thing when you talk about the type of style the Cardinals play.
Well, you know, it takes a little while to build your program the way you want, to get that tradition going. It kind of reminds me of the Crete boys. You know what they had going on 3-4 years ago. And now you're starting to see some of those growing pains pay off from last year to this year as Crete gets another bucket in transition.
That was an excellent take by Amelia Holin. Crete extends its lead to 3 as we near the minute mark. Smart. 3 doesn't go.
Tough shot, but she's more than capable of making that shot. That's why she has the green light really from anywhere on the court. As we mentioned in the pregame, leading scorer from that point guard position. Just a weapon defensively, offensively, she does it all.
.116 to play. A reminder to stay tuned for our halftime highlights presented by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. At Sartor Heyman, they'll help make your jewelry dreams come true.
That's where Crete's at their best. When they're coming out of transition, they continue that to the rim. This time picking up the foul at the line, Molly, the senior. You mentioned the growing pains from last year, Brandon. You alluded to that a little earlier. Well, last year you had a lot of sophomores, you know, and juniors. This year, everybody's a year older. The continuity, the chemistry, it's all, you know, a year better. And you're seeing that from these Crete Lady Cardinals.
Molly knocks down the second. She has 4 points, puts her team up 4. And it's out of play off Wahoo.
Yeah, Wahoo thought they might have had something at the rim there. Might have forced one in there as they did not have numbers down in the paint.
So Holin was a little out of control, but Crete does still have possession, and it ends up in the hands of her twin sister, and Amelia buries it.
But that penetration got the defense to kind of get sucked in there. They swung the ball around beautifully, found the open 3-ball gunner.
23-16, Smart unable to answer. 23 seconds to go. We have a foul, no, rather a jump ball, and it's Crete possession.
kind of surprising the defensive pressure both these two teams have been applying to really see at this point in the second period 2 fouls to 2 fouls. It's been a clean game, even though both teams are really leaving it all out on the court here tonight.
Nice backdoor pass. The Holen sisters connecting again.
They've done that twice now, where there's a little hiccup in the drive, and the sister reads it. The opposite sister reads it perfectly for the feed inside.
So that was Amelia again. She has 12 points, 10 in this second quarter. She has 10 of the Cardinals' 11 points in the period.
Hey, keep feeding the hot hand, right?
Final shot is up. And that will do it. Crete goes on a tear to round out the half. They have a 9-point advantage heading into the locker room. Crete 25, Wahoo 16 here on News Channel Nebraska. We'll be back with our halftime show.
The Halftime Report on NCN is sponsored by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health matters.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Landmark Implement is your local authorized John Deere dealer. Landmark's trained and certified sales staff will help you find the right equipment for your needs, all backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. Whether it's a tractor, planter, combine, lawn and garden tractor, or gator, every piece of equipment in our inventory is ready to work hard for your operation. Landmark's team works together to make sure everything that is sold meets their quality standards. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or learn more at landmarkimp.com to experience the Landmark difference.
From the moment you realized you needed ongoing care, to the long conversations with loved ones, and the scare of having to leave the home you've lived in for so many years, to the moment you realized you didn't have to meeting your caregiver for the first time, and those initial fears turning into new friendships, to the moment you felt more supported than you have in a really long time.
Thank you.
We've been here for you, just around the corner. Columbus Community Hospital.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams, financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
Welcome back. 25-16 your score here at halftime. Crete leading. And Andy, what were the Cardinals doing that last 2 or 3 minutes that allowed them to go on that run and really separate themselves? It was a 1 or 2 point game for the majority of that half.
They really just got into doing what they do the best, and that is score in transition. And sometimes you got to get a little lucky or fortunate. And we saw where maybe they're out of little control, but they're pushing the tempo, and we've seen a lot of turnovers, don't get me wrong. But you saw that run there where the ball kind of bounced their way, got a couple breaks here and there. You hit a three. You see that chemistry between the twin sisters kind of play out there a couple times between Amelia Holen and Anna Holen, and just all the things added up there for that late run for the Lady Cardinals to get out in front here and kind of extend their lead, 25-16.
Well, let's take a look at some of those highlights, these halftime highlights, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. At Sartor Heyman Jewelers, they'll help make your jewelry dreams come true. Marin Razgorshek, no surprise there, one of many rebounds, and this an offensive one where she puts it back and makes Wahoo pay.
She's working on a double-double, already up to 7 boards here tonight.
Triple on the other end by Gretchen Segrin, one of 2 threes that Wahoo hit in this first half, and then there's a nice basket by Smart in transition.
Beautiful feed from Segrin there, too. Nice little bounce pass across the lane.
We talked about the Holin twins.
There it is.
That's the pass from Anna to Amelia, one of many. Amelia leading Crete with 12 points. And there's Razgrashek finding Camry Drager there. Totally intentional on that assist.
Hey, she'll take it.
So it was 14-11 after one. Crete with the lead, and they hit another gear in the second quarter. There's another basket by Drager, who has 4. That's a 3 by Hitz, knocking it down.
Yeah, we've seen some really nice three-point shooting. There's Hitz moving the ball up the court. Wahoo's done a really nice job as Smart finishes. The 5'4" senior at the rim. Strong finish.
More threes. That was the Amelia Holin show in the second. She hit 2 triples and again had 10 of Crete's 11 points. All of the field goals in the second coming by Holin.
Yeah, shooting the ball with a lot of confidence. You can just kind of see that play itself out. Another nice cut to the rim. Backdoor feed from her sister Anna.
And that little sequence there allowing Crete to extend its lead. 25-16 here at the break. We're right at the 5-minute point before we get third quarter action underway. Now let's take a look at our rankings. These rankings, they're compiled by our team of NCN sports reporters across the entire state. We publish them every Monday throughout all of the regular season. And here's a look first off at Class B. Interesting, Andy, Elkhorn North was upset by Waverly. The first loss in over a year. Britt Prince goes down, but they had beaten Omaha Skutt. They maintained the number 1 spot, but still that was the big news in Class B, that the Wolves were knocked off in Waverly by the 5th-ranked Warrior team.
Yeah, it's headline news. It's definitely headline news whenever Elkhorn North, the mighty Wolves, go down. And they're still obviously number 1 right now, 14-1. Scott right there behind them, knocking on the door in the 2-hole at 16-1 for their overall record.
And Crete, the team we're seeing, made their way into the rankings for the first time, right at number 10. Now let's take a look at our Class C1 rankings. This is this class that Wahoo is in. Sydney out west leading the way, 18-0. Grand Island Central Catholic jumped up a spot after defeating Lincoln Christian in the Centennial Conference Tournament. Another team out west, Bridgeport in 4th, Broken Bow in 5th. A lot of teams being well represented as Arlington also cracks the top 10.
Gothenburg as well, talking about teams out west, or west of Lincoln, you could say. And we've had Central Catholic, Grand Island Central Catholic a couple of times on News Channel Nebraska. I had the pleasure of calling those games, and I'll tell you what, they have great balance from their post presence inside to their guards on the perimeter. They're going to be a lot to handle when it comes state tournament time.
C1, one of the most difficult classes to compile rankings for. There are 3, 4, maybe 5 teams that have between 1 and 3 losses that did not make the rankings. When you look at the wild card, there's about 20 teams that are separated by less than a point. So feel bad for some of the teams that haven't made C1, but it's you may drop a game, you're dropping all the way out. But that's why you stay tuned.
Yeah, one of those teams, UTAN, right now in a dogfight with Syracuse, 21-19, just about to hit halftime.
We are 2.5 minutes till third quarter action. Stay with us. Second half basketball when we return here on News Channel Nebraska.
The halftime report on NCN is sponsored by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health matters. NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil, your first and last stop to and from the game. By USafe Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
My dad's addiction and death from overdosing on opioids has taught me it's likely that everybody knows somebody who is struggling with this very problem. Losing my mentor, my best friend, he took one pill too many that ultimately killed him.
I had the opportunity to speak with Britt Ehlers of Crete, and he had this to say about his team. They're trying to push the pace, and they're doing that with success. They need to continue doing it. Now, can they move the ball side to side on the court and open up scoring lanes for the Cardinals? As for Wahoo's Sean Forbes, Crete's playing hard, he said. They are not letting up. They need to clean up their mistakes, and they have to handle the ball in the half court better, whether it's the front court or the back court. They need to get across and create better shots. Brandon and Andy, back to you guys.
Thank you, Josh. Always interesting to see how the adjustments at halftime that are made play out on the court, and that's why you play two halves of basketball.
No, that was really good stuff there from Josh, and I like that first point he brought up, talking with head coach Britt Ehlers, talking about working the ball side to side, because that's where they get in trouble. That's when those turnovers start to crop up for the Lady Cardinals. They have no problem pushing the tempo, getting the ball up the court. It's when it doesn't score on that first attempt, can they take care of the ball and still get a good look to their half-court offense.
When you look at the scoring totals, Amelia Holin leading the way with 12 points. Molly has 4 for Crete, Anna Holin with 1, Razgorshek with 4, Drager with 4. For Wahoo, Smart with 4, Segrin with 4, Hitz leading the way with 7, and Watts also with a point for the Warriors.
And nobody's in any real foul trouble here either.
Rebound for Razgorshek. And a 9-point lead here for Crete to start this second half.
Excellent job. Once again, Lauster getting her hands in that passing lane. And this is what Wahoo's going to have to do. They're going to have to generate a couple, stops, because they're not going to want this lead to get extended much more than 9 or 10 points.
And it'll stay here. Out of play off Wahoo. Tough defense from Hitz.
Yeah, appreciate the no call there on a foul. They're saying the ball's out on Wahoo. You recover the possession. It's okay.
So Crete being patient here, and a little bit too patient as the shot clock winds all the way down to 0.
Wahoo kind of lulled them to sleep there, didn't they? Just allowed that ball to work back and forth across the perimeter there, letting the shot clock wind itself down.
This third quarter is brought to you by Husker Rehab, where they treat the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Husker Rehab. Excellent defense there by Kuntz.
Great footwork. It looked like she was open for a minute there. Jumped in front of that passing lane, and we see another gosh darn turnover here on the other end.
Maybe the first time that Anna and Amelia weren't quite on the same page here this game, as we're getting a look at Sean Forbes, head coach for Wahoo. Smart going against Razgorshek. And that's always going to be tough.
Yep, we talked about that in the pregame, how that's what's really blossomed from Razgorshek's game from last year to this year. Her defensive presence, saw it right there, being patient at the rim, swatting that ball out of bounds, not picking up a foul.
Nice take by Segrin off the glass.
Boy, Segrin did a fantastic job getting Razgorshek on her opposite hip, clearing a lane to the rim.
And quickly the other way, Razgorshek with the bucket.
He says, I'll get you back. Just give me a little time here, one possession. Good for 6 points. Is Razgorshek.
High school sports on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Also, it's presented by Currency, which makes financing quick, easy, and secure for machinery, ag equipment, and more. Visit gocurrency.com. Two minutes gone here in the third quarter. Each team with a basket, and that's Razgorshek again.
And I like the attitude from Sydney Smart, you know, always pressing, always trying to utilize her dribble drive. Nice little crossover there, but you got to know where you're going and who you're going into.
Great look on the replay, brought to you by Beatrice Community Hospital, as we have a foul by Smart.
See the spacing there, Anna Holen keeping the ball wide on the right side of the lane, forcing the defender to commit. Excellent feed at the end there.
Full timeout taken by Wahoo. Will take one as well. Crete still leading by 9. We'll be back.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Welcome back. Kuntz at the line for the Cardinals. Chance to put this to double digits, which would be the biggest lead of the night.
Little heavy on her first attempt.
Just off the front of the iron, so it remains a 9-point lead for the 10th ranked Crete Cardinals.
Just audio.
Shot clock at 12, now 10 for Wahoo. And Smart this time gets through.
I mean, nothing was working there for Wahoo. Excellent defensive on-ball pressure from Crete, but Smart just cleans it up, takes matters into her own hand, gets one to go.
Nice defense by Segrin. Believe she got a piece of that one.
But it's just so nice as an offense, as a team, to have a player like Sydney Smart, where your things aren't working, you can just get her the ball and let her create.
Now we're under 5 minutes to go. Holen denied, again a block by Segrin.
Segrin using that 6-foot frame, that length, defending the rim.
Four and a half remain. Segrin top of the key. Watts thought about it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. That's out of play.
To be quick for Wahoo. Only 2 seconds left on the shot clock. They got to be aware of that.
So as mentioned, Wahoo's going to need to get it up quickly. 2 seconds on the shot clock. 1 second, and they do, perfectly executed.
What a play. Inbounds, one nice dribble and drop step.
And then Wahoo forcing a turnover. Smart heavy off the glass.
Don't mind the no call there. Smart was kind of looking for that one. May have been a little out of control.
Open three, top of the key, nothing but net for Drager.
when she scores, she makes it count. She had a couple plays that I felt were like backbreakers in that first half. There's a 3-ball that erased all the momentum it feels like the Wahoo might have had brewing.
Back to an 8-point advantage inside. We have a foul. It's on the floor. So it'll be Wahoo basketball, and let's throw it down to Josh Lill for more.
Last Wahoo timeout by Sean Forbes was getting better positioning on defense. It can lead to more blocks, and we've seen the Warriors rack up a steal and a block since that timeout. Now, can this good defense lead to better offense? Stay tuned. Back to you guys.
Well, we saw a couple great sequences by Warriors to that point. Before that 3 from Drager, as you mentioned, sort of cut into the momentum, but not so fast. Seagren knocks down another.
I mean, how many times have we seen it? Have we said it? That momentum on defense carries itself over to the offensive end. Seagren with a couple blocks, couple defensive plays, and she drains a 3 on the other end.
5-point game once again, under 3 to go in the third. Glad you're with us, Brandon Axel and Andy Klassen. Josh Lill here on News Channel Nebraska as Drager gets that to fall. She now has 9 points.
Oh, and fantastic effort there from Sierra Christ. But Drager, come on, the super sophomore with a smooth type of play and spin move on the other end.
Galladay gets it across the timeline, looking for Smart. Instead finds Lausterer, who gets it to drop.
She just has a knack for understanding her position, where she's on the court, when to go up, how to go up. Excellent finisher at the rim.
Three from the wing, not quite for Molly. Chance to make this a one-possession game as we're under 2 minutes to go in the third. It's stolen away. Great defense by Christ.
Good call. Good call. Had multiple defenders kind of get their hands in on Chris there. And once again, Wahoo, they get in their half-court offense. They kind of stumble a little bit. They're obviously a lot more comfortable in transition.
Well, coverage today is brought to you in part thanks to Zollner Ford Lincoln, located in Beatrice. Wide open three from the corner. It rattles home. Seagren, her third from downtown.
And that's just an excellent job by understanding the matchup there. Razgorchek doesn't like to get too far away from the rim. And Wahoo taking full advantage of that, leaking Seagren out. That more than capable three-ball shooter.
Razgorchek on the block. She's doubled. 2 shots coming up.
You know, we talked about these two coaches, these two guys, Britt Ehlers and Sean Forbes. They've done a fantastic job kind of counter-punching one another throughout this game.
So it was a 9-point lead to start the third for Crete. Wahoo, they're sort of doing what Crete did at the end of the second quarter.
Right.
They're going on their run. They've eliminated the deficit. It's down to 2 currently and stays at 2 with a minute to go.
And it's getting a little bit of a shot in the arm from the three-point shot being made, obviously, by Seagren. Back-to-back attempts.
For the lead, no. Offensive board for Wahoo. Stolen away, perhaps. It's a jump. Possession arrow points to Crete.
Golly, and that's a tough one. That's frustrating if you're a Lady Warrior fan. You get the offensive rebound just to give it right back.
Now inside, Holen off the mark. Shot clock is off. Wahoo a chance to tie or even take the lead heading into the fourth. Very tough defense by Drager. Shot is up and it goes off the glass. Lausterer, all 6 of her points coming in this third quarter.
And those are difficult shots at the rim. Fantastic defense, just going over the top once again is 2-3.
Hits with the recovery defense. It'll stay with Crete.
Couple late substitutions here. Teams getting in their offensive and defensive best to close out this quarter.
Four seconds. Drager gets it off. We're heading to the fourth, deadlocked at 32 apiece. Crete versus Wahoo, Thursday night high school hoops on News Channel Nebraska. Don't go anywhere.
It's pretty hard to find quicker service, nicer people, or anyone who cares more when filling your prescriptions in Kin's Pharmacy in Crete. After all, the drive-thru makes your wait time minimal, and Kin and Carry are reliable pharmacists. It's so much more. Helpful advice, accurate refills, and a large selection of over-the-counter products. So don't just take my word for it. Try Kin's Pharmacy for yourself, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside, or with mail-out service, because Kin's U-Save Health Mart Pharmacy to care for you. Kin's Pharmacy in Crete, caring for you and about you.
Hey there, sports fans. Looking for a winning play to make your game day complete? Look no further than Speedy Mart, your family-owned neighborhood convenience store. Score big with the wide range of snacks, drinks, and fuel for the road that will keep the whole crew cheering. And here's the kicker. Our friendly atmosphere and convenient location make every visit a slam dunk. So rally the family and head to Speedy Mart for the ultimate game day experience.
Eight minutes to decide this one. It was a 9-point lead for Crete to start the third. Andy, we're starting the fourth, tied 32-all.
Yes, we are, and you got to point to Wahoo cleaning things up on the offensive end, limiting their turnovers, and obviously the three-point shot had a lot to do with it as we have an early foul here on Holen.
Specifically Amelia Holen, which is her first personal.
That's where Smart's not afraid to kind of dribble into that contact there and draw that foul call.
It was really the Segrin and Lausterer show in the third quarter for Wahoo. Segrin with 8, Lausterer with 6. And now it's Crete basketball.
Lauster, the way she was able to extend over her defender, I mean, the defender was right in her face, but she was able to get that shot up and over the top, each time being well defended, but was able to finish.
Deep three from the corner. Doesn't matter. That's the third from downtown for Amelia Holen.
Mentioned it during those halftime highlights. She was shooting the ball with a very high level of confidence. You're seeing it right back again here to open up things in the fourth quarter.
That's a game high, 15 for Amelia Holen.
Yeah, good on the Crete offense, looking her up, getting back to their, best scoring option thus far.
That three not quite falling for Segrin. Strong take by Christ. She'll shoot 2, and while she does, let's hear from Josh Alil once more.
Crete's Brett Ehlers heading into the fourth quarter could not have been more clear to his team to keep Wahoo out of the lane. You need to force them to the sides, he said. The Warriors have been deadly in the paint. It's part of the reason they were going into the fourth quarter tied at 32 and only currently trail by 4. Look, Wahoo's back in this one, and their bench was rocking.
Thank you, Josh. And why wouldn't you be after eliminating a 9-point deficit? Currently, though, the Cardinals able to do perhaps what Coach Ehlers was imploring of them. They're back up by 4 here as we near the 6-minute mark.
Yeah, I kind of had a little chuckle there. Chris, you hear the expression, rest on offense, work on defense. She's a defensive specialist. Started to put her hand on her hip there. Then the ball found her, and right away she drove to the rim strong with that left hand. Kind of surprised the defense thinking, oh, she's going to take a little break here in the corner. Not the case.
Right as the shot clock expires, it's short, but Wahoo maintains possession.
Sydney Smart doing work underneath the rim.
And she earns herself a trip to the line.
Another nice drive cutting across the rim after gathering her 4th rebound. I mean, you hear so much about rebounding having a lot to do with attitude. And I think Sydney Smart is just proof of that. You know, 5'4", and still among the leading rebounders once again here tonight.
It's the second personal on Razgorshek. A reminder that high school sports on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Smart unable to get either to drop, but she does get the steal, and it's stolen right back. Anna Holin.
Seen a lot of that tonight.
And there's a take by Drager. She'll shoot 2.
Been so impressed with Drager here tonight, the super sophomore, going strong with the left hand, that quick first step, that first move.
Well, this fourth quarter is brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. You can discover more at lincoln.org.
And she's the only sophomore on this varsity lineup, suited up varsity. Everybody else, you know, they're paying their dues, doing the JV route, you know, like I had to do it my time. Not the case for Miss Drager. She is ready for prime time.
She goes 1 for 2. And it will be Wahoo ball.
Also speaks to the culture that Coach Ehlers has going on here, you know, building something special. How many seniors and juniors they currently have on the roster.
Nice pass and cut from Smart.
When Segrin kept her pivot foot live, she was able to look up the cutting Smart to the rim. Nice feed and finish.
Back to a 1-possession contest, just under 5 remaining. And excellent take, but the foul is on the floor.
Yes, this isn't the NBA. You don't get that continuation lay-in.
Another look courtesy of Beatrice Community Hospital. Doesn't count, but still worth another look. Anna Holin on that take. And Crete turns it over.
Oh, right idea. McMillan trying to work in that bounce pass down to Razgorchek, just a little off the mark.
And Razgorchek goes down. Wahoo with the advantage, and they take advantage. Segrin with the bucket.
Good on Wahoo, and then they get a quick steal. They got numbers. Timeout, Wahoo.
1 point game, 4:28 to go. Warriors with the timeout. We'll take one as well. You're watching High School Hoops on News Channel Nebraska.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
We're back. Brandon Axman, Andy Klass, and Josh Lill with you. A reminder, this a great game currently. We're expecting an exciting finish. The boys' game is to follow as well, which is a 1 versus 2 matchup. Crete boys undefeated and #1 in Class B. Wahoo #2 in Class C1. That is what's on the docket at the conclusion of this one.
That was a big rebound right there from Razorchek. Like we mentioned earlier, working on that double-double. That's her 9th board.
So Wahoo had the chance to take the lead for the first time this half coming out of the timeout. Unable to do so. And up and under for Christ.
Only her 3rd point of the game, but a beautiful drive once again with that left hand continuing under the rim to get that separation, Brandon, away from the defender.
And a foul called on Razorchek.
Excellent strong move there from Seagren, not giving an inch, actually going into the defender, drawing that whistle out of the official.
Be sure to stay tuned for our coach's post-game interview brought to you by Sarpy County Tourism. Josh will be talking to the winning head coach, and it could be either at this point. 39-37 after that first free throw. So 15 points for Seagren. She's leading all Warriors in scoring.
And I mean, we've seen her getting it done in the paint. Obviously, you just saw that, but it's been her three-point shooting that's really separated her from many of the scorers here tonight.
Another opportunity for Wahoo. It could tie or even take the lead. Excellent defense by Drager. And the Cardinals are on the break. Christ is fouled by Smart.
I mean, it's just back and forth. The defensive pressure from these two teams is like, who has the advantage? Oh, turnover. Oh, another turnover. Crete on the better end of it after it's all said and done on this one.
This is coming right into your living room. You mentioned the fact, Smart recovering, not giving up the easy lay-in. Making Christ earn the points at the line.
And Smart is going to have to be a little careful here. I think that was her 3rd foul, so with only 3 minutes to go, she's still okay, but you don't want to pick up that 4th.
41-37 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. We're under 3 minutes to go. Amelia Holen is called for the foul.
All right, so next foul call here on either team's going to push them into the bonus. Both squads sitting at 4 fouls apiece.
Smart dishing, hits the shot fake, it's off the iron. This will be Crete ball.
Well, we've seen a lot of turnovers caused and created from these two defenses. Obviously, ball security is going to be a premium here down the stretch.
And Cardinals, they turn it over.
Yeah, another unforced error. I know you want to get into your motion offense coming out of the break, but you gotta take care of the old pumpkin, Brandon.
2:20 remaining. Moving screen called on Lauster. And as you mentioned, now bonus.
Yep, you saw just a moment ago from Sydney Smart at the top of the key. She was trying to go right, trying to draw another foul call out. Amelia Holden did a nice job backing off defensively and not drawing the whistle.
5 team fouls now on Wahoo, 4 on Crete. So that will be in effect moving forward. 2 minutes to play. And again, Crete with an unforced error.
About the same place, same type of pass to their own bench.
Lauster off the glass, no board for Razgorshik.
Absolutely love what Crete has done here, Brandon. Moving to that zone defense that's keeping Razgorchek down at the rim, being a rim protector, while who's trying to drive, trying to get a mismatch, trying to get into the lane, only to be met by number 31, Marion Razgorchek, now sitting with 11 rebounds.
That to go along with 6 points. As we have a timeout on the floor here, 4-point lead for the Cardinals.
Yeah, we talked about it a moment ago. Ball security is going to be such a key here down the stretch. I don't know how many more times the Lady Cardinals can turn the ball over and keep this door wide open for Wahoo. .96 seconds to go. Getting treated to a dandy here, Brandon, to start things off. Boy, and that's telling. Crete getting the ball back to Drager to bring the ball up. Kind of a faux full court pressure shown by Wahoo.
And a triple by Amelia Holland. That's a big one.
That whole sequence was perfect for the Crete Cardinals. Not trying to push the tempo, walking the ball up the court, then getting into a rhythm offensively and finding, once again, Holland in the corner for that open three.
Under a minute to go. That three, giving Crete a little bit of breathing room. These free throws are crucial for Wahoo.
Lausser got the shooter's roll, as they call it, or that, excuse me, Hintz there, catching the front of the iron, rolling it over the top.
Second one doesn't go. Razgorshik with the board. Wahoo trying to get the 10 seconds, and a wise timeout called by Ehlers.
He'd seen enough. Can't take the timeouts home with you, so go ahead, call that timeout at a very key spot here. 49 ticks to go. You're sitting on a 6-point lead. Obviously don't want to get the 10-second call.
Again, glad that you're with us here on News Channel Nebraska for Thursday night high school hoops. Brandon Axemet, Andy Klassen, and Josh Lill with you. He will be grabbing the winning head coach and our Nebraska Orthopedic Center player of the game. And again, do not go anywhere at the conclusion of this one. 1 versus 2 coming up next for the boys. stay right here, sit back, relax, and enjoy some basketball.
It's going to be so much fun. Crete still working on an undefeated season, but you have Wahoo with the length, the athleticism. They've only dropped 3 games to their credit, so a combined 3 losses between the two boys' teams here to follow up this barn burner to start things off.
On top of that, it's senior night here at Crete High. This gym is nearly packed at capacity, and more people continuing to file in.
Kind of surprised, Brandon, that there's a lot of fans from Crete. I know blue's that third color, but you gotta know Wahoo, the Blue Warriors are coming to town. Go with the white, go with the red.
Well, we have chess match going on here, so timeout coming out of the timeout.
Once again, you can't take those home with you. This is a key spot here where there's still some life for Wahoo. They can create a quick turnover, a quick look at the bucket here, really close the gap, push it to a 1-possession game if they choose to swing it out for a 3 ball. I don't mind that timeout from Sean Forbes. The thing is, you got to be a play or 2 ahead, though, during this timeout. Speak about, yes, this is the defense we want to go with, but if it doesn't go on our way, we're going to fall back on the fly here as time is winding down.
Again, that triple from Amelia Holen looming large for Crete.
Nails. The senior has been nails here tonight.
Currently leading the way with 18 points. So here we go. After back-to-back timeouts, Crete will inbound. We have a foul on the inbound. Looks like it was Lausterer who ran through a screen.
That's not all bad because that's going to conserve time here. That's going to extend the game for Wahoo, and a big part of their game and their efforts here tonight has been churning over the Crete Cardinals. This will give them one more opportunity to do so after the free throws.
That is the 4th on Lausterer, as there's a big one for Trinity McMillan. And clutch for McMillan.
Just a fantastic job filling her role there, knocking out 2 big free throws, getting a high five from her head coach. That allows for that defensive specialist, Sierra Chris, to check back in the game after the made free throw attempt.
Smart finds Lausterer, who answers. Wahoo needing a turnover here. They're going to have to foul. And there it is.
Wow, Wahoo did a heck of a job getting the ball up the court, scoring in a hurry, but credit the Cardinals for getting past that full court pressure, getting it to a free throw shooter's hands, and allowing her to dribble the ball around, drain some clock, and get herself to the foul line.
So remains a 6-point game. Second one goes down for Holen. She now has 19.
You saw that determination, that focus in her eyes. You just kind of felt like that second free throw, that's going down.
Smart gets it to fall. She now has 10, but time is winding down. 7 seconds in Crete. So there is the foul, but not looking good for Wahoo with just 4.5 seconds to go.
It just kind of feels like Wahoo's running out of time here, but another impressive offensive set on the other end. Smart was off balance, falling away from the rim, and still got the bucket to go.
And that will do it. Crete on senior night gets the victory, 48-42. Excellent effort by the Cardinals, and they take down the Warriors. Stay with us here on News Channel Nebraska. Our post-game show is coming up next.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. And the big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry pairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back.
Pretty sure. We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. We have wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
With me on my right is the winning head coach of the Crete Cardinals, Britt Ehlers. Coach, you battled adversity with Wahoo, tying it up at 32 at the end of the third quarter. How did your team regain momentum?
You know, we've been in a lot of close games this year, and we're finally starting to learn how to win. And so our team did a nice job of competing and being in the next possession every time.
Coach, you had 6 wins last year. You double your win total tonight with 12. How much work has gone into making such a significant improvement?
You know, our girls have absolutely doubled down. It's senior night. We have this unbelievable group of 5 seniors, and they show such great heart and have really been the ones to propel us in regards to that.
How about the player to my left, Amelia Holen, 18 points tonight on senior night. What can you say about her?
I could say a ton of things about Amelia Holen, but Amelia Holen has one of the biggest hearts that I've seen in a kid, both the heart that competes, but the heart that loves others well, and she's just representative of that entire senior class.
Congrats on the win, Coach, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Amelia, 18 points on senior night. Can you tell me what it was like to contribute on such a big night for you and your teammates?
Honestly, I give it to my teammates. I wouldn't have had those shots without them. So honestly, they made the right plays, and I got the shots for them, but they set it up in the first place, so yeah.
Can you tell me what it's been like to share the court with your sister Anna for such a big part of your life?
Yeah, no, it's been great. I wouldn't have it any other way. It's something special being on the court with your twin sister, and we definitely have that momentum, so it's been really special.
And obviously a big goal for you and your team coming into this year was to make the district championship. What are you going to do the rest of the way to keep you and your team locked in?
We just got to keep our momentum up. We have a lot we still need to work on, but we know where we want to go, and we just need to keep working for it.
Great game, Amelia, and congrats on the win. Good luck the rest of the way. Brandon and Andy, back to you guys.
Thank you, Josh. And congratulations to Amelia Holen, Nebraska Orthopedic Center Player of the Game at Nebraska Orthopedic Center. They are your healing destination. Boys are out on the court getting ready to go. Let's quickly jump in and take a look at our top plays of the game from this girls contest, brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing for big ticket items? Currency is here to help. Find out more at gocurrency.com. Thursday night hoops, number 10 Crete hosting Wahoo on senior night. And this was A back and forth contest. The senior Marin Razgorshek getting the offensive board and doing what she does best. That's scoring. She would have 6 points on the night. Still in the first, and we see some long-range action. It's Gretchen Segren knocking down the three. She led Wahoo in scoring in the effort. Trading baskets here in the first, and there's a take by Amelia Holand. We'll probably see more of her. The Holand twins were all over the court for the Cardinals. Here's an assist from Razgorshek to Camry Drager, who finished in double digits with 10. So baskets going back and forth. There's Drager again. Crete would have a 14-8 advantage to round out the first, and there's a three hit by Atlanta hits. 14-11 is our score heading into the second. Some great defense. Wahoo leads to transition points. Sydney Smart, she had 10 for the Warriors. Wahoo cutting into the lead. We're still at a 1-point advantage before the three goes down for Amelia Holand. She had 10 of Crete's 11 points in that second quarter, including the three there. 25-16 your score as we head into halftime. One more basket for Holand before the break, getting the assist from her sister, Anna. So 9-point advantage for Crete heading to the third, and then Wahoo. They turn things on. Gretchen Segren had 8 points of her 15 in the third, and before you know it, a 9-point lead for Crete is erased. Triple by Segren as well. It would be 32 all heading into the fourth, and that's because Segren, she actually hit 2 threes in the third quarter, but we are knotted up. 32-32 going into the fourth, and there's Holand again. She was our Nebraska Orthopedic Center player of the game, and that's because she had a game-high 19 points. There's another from Holand as Crete gets the victory on senior night. 49-42 the final. The Cardinals improved to 12-7. Wahoo drops to 9-8. Well, that will do it for our girls coverage, but again, the boys are on the court. Crete boys undefeated and number 1 in Class B. Wahoo, number 2 in Class C1. Stay with us. We'll have boys contest coming up on NCN.
John Henry's is now offering electrical service. Our service professionals have been helping with plumbing, heating, and cooling in Lincoln and the surrounding areas for more than 25 years. Now, we're proud to offer the same level of professionalism in our new electrical service. From a whole home rewire to adding new outlets or electric car chargers, John Henry's can be your one-stop shop for all your home's needs. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Our family serving yours since 1996.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Ken's Use Safe Pharmacy in Crete. By Crete Public Schools, home of the Cardinals. And by Crete Lumber.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitors Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
It all started